Wow, I'm actually very impressed. I'll be honest, right up front, I really didn't have very high expectations of this, but I was curious because it looked really neat. And, well, to be blunt, it actually surpassed my rather low expectations. But not only surpassed it, but I actually really dig it. I mean, the colors are just fantastic. This is on my ceiling, and it has different modes. Right now I'm on like a slow fade. It's very pretty. But there's different modes here. You got another variation of that fade where it just kind of fades directly into the red, blue, and green. The other one kind of added in that extra element of having all three. And then there's a strobe. Not so much a fan of that one. And then set colors, that red. Party, huh? And then a blue. And then the green. And then it switches off in that cycle. And at the beginning of the cycle is a set just directly multi-pattern, which is actually kind of nice in its own right. But that slow fade that initially was on, you can see the multicolored elements there as it fades into it, the predominant ones. That's really nice. And it has actually quite a bit of an extension. I mean, it's, as you can see, it's already it's on my wall, and it extends all the way behind me to the opposite wall. So it will do a ceiling pretty well, especially if you can center this in the middle of the room. But even bedside, it will cover the ceiling very nicely. And here it is right here. Now the lighting itself is actually not very bright, but I think that actually is a great thing. You probably don't want this to be particularly bright. What I mean by particularly bright is as soon as I turn on lights, which I'm going to do right now, it does quickly wash out the lighting. I just turn on 2 lamps and we'll come back up there and see, it kind of washes it out. But like I said, I think actually that's a good aspect for using this as all the lights are out, you're just kind of zoning out, rocking the experience, you know what I mean? It's the perfect level of that. It's not too bright to keep you awake. Now for the internal speaker, I really had little expectation of the internal speakers. In my experience, internal speakers on these kind of devices are usually so anemic, tinny, and awful that really isn't all that worth using. However, this is surprisingly good. It is auxiliary only, meaning that it comes with a little cord, auxiliary to auxiliary, that you can plug anything into. MP3 player, I got my iPhone 4, and it's just a simple direct. All it really offers is volume control, and that's it. But it's actually, like I said, it's surprisingly good. I'm going to go ahead and just play a quick track here off my iPhone. So I hit the play. Now that's at max volume on my iPhone. So the volume controls on this thing actually are separately controlled by this. So you hit the plus or minus symbol here to raise and lower it. Now it's not particularly loud. That's the loudest it gets, at least off my iPhone. But you can really fine-tune it. And frankly, considering this sort of as a night relaxation type of thing, you probably don't really want major volume anyways. If you're using this as your sole speaker to relax to fall asleep to, the audio is actually pretty decent, and the volume level, that max volume level, is appropriate. Because frankly, I would say quite a few folks will probably not play it at max volume anyways. So I actually, I find it completely appropriate. But you do, once again, have to control your music through whatever MP3 player or phone you're playing it through. Also, this is a personal plus, but the power cord is actually a barrel pin to a 5-volt USB cord. That is a personal plus to me. The reason why is I have plenty of USB outputs in my house, extremely limited on the AC sockets. So the ability to actually run this off a USB power hub of some sort is a plus. Whether you're doing it off your computer or off a power hub or what have you. It does, though, come with a basic USB to power adapter, so you can run it off an AC socket, but the fact that it does just do a direct barrel pin to USB. Can't tell you how many times I've said, a device is 5-volt powered, but they forced me to use this AC adapter, and I have so very few AC adapters open in my house. And I was like, if you're going to make it 5-volt powered, why don't you just make it optional? Well, they do here. So there you have it. A very simple, very lovely, and all in all, very cool. All right, you guys have yourself a great one.